Hi friends, welcome to Aromas of Life. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful gift cards or greeting cards, sentiment cards, whatever you call them. I'm making these for my daughter's teachers at her daycare because Friday will be her last day at her daycare, and I made these cards which are very simple. These are basically the same cards with a slight variation between the two. The first variation is that I've not rounded off the corners in this card as I've done in this case. I hope you can see it clearly. And the second difference is I've put another different color piece of paper on the inside of the card, which I have not done in this case. And the third difference is between the top of the paper. I've made a slightly larger gap, as in I have made in this card. I hope you could see the difference. Okay, so this is the basic difference, but otherwise these two cards are the same. So for demonstration today, I'm going to show you how I made this one. So for this, we will be starting off with a piece of paper which is 8.5 by 11 inches, and we will cut it down to half so that it has 8.5 by 5.5. This would be our card base. Okay, and we will fold it in half. So this is an A2 size card that we have. Okay, and with the remaining piece of paper, we will cut a piece which is 5 inches by 3 3/4. I've just rounded off the corners for this for demonstration purposes. So this is another piece which is 5 and 3 3/4. I'll put down all the dimensions in the description box below so that you are not confused. So this is basically what we put on the top of the card. You can make the difference between this is I have cut this top at 5 and 3 3/4. For this one, I cut off 5 1/4 by 4. So this is a slightly less gap, which I feel looks this one looks much better. So it's up to you. You can use any of the dimensions. I'm using this at 5 and 3 3/4. Okay, so now we will keep the card base aside and we will round off all the corners using this corner punch. This is a very nice tool that I have. And then we will be drawing a heart on this. So you can draw a heart randomly, and then we will cut this heart off, and then I'll show you what we need that for. So after cutting the heart, we get something like this. Okay, now what we will do is we will place this on the card base wherever you want to place your heart, and we will trace it down. Okay, so I have rounded down the corners of the card base as well as the topper. So this is where we will place our top of the card, and now we will remove this. We don't need this now, we need the card base now. What we will do is, taking our crafter's tape, we will put on glue and we will just place some random ribbons on this. I will be forwarding this part for the video not to be too long. I will be forwarding this part. So now taking our ribbons, we will be putting them as per your choice. I have not even cut down these ribbons to a particular length because I will just put them as they come. You know, that looks more beautiful. And this way You can use all the scraps. You can even make this with a piece of with various different strips of paper if you want to. This is a transparent. You can make it a blue and any color you want to. So these are all the scraps from various projects that I have made so far, and I feel this was the perfect way to use them, because otherwise we all throw these scraps away. But now I guess you won't be throwing them away. So can't use the pink one. You can make it with any other image of your choice too. Instead of drawing a heart, you could draw any other image. You could draw a flower or anything else. Or you could even draw 2 hearts with it. It will look beautiful. And the last color, I guess, I'll be using the black one, so I'm using green here. You just have to put the glue on the heart, and it's really in minutes you can make this card. It looks a little bit complicated, but it's really not. There you have it. So now we have covered this up, and now we will just place our card topper, and there you have the basic idea about the card. But we're not done yet. We have to give it a more finished look, like I've done in this one. So what now we are done with the ribbons, and now for decorating, this is totally up to you. What I like to do is I just take a Sharpie marker, which is a permanent marker, or you could use any markers. I just outline the borders. So I just, just simply and also I'll be outlining the heart a little bit. I'll be just outlining this too. Because these days you find so many different sites and so many ideas, it's not that difficult. But I make crafts that are easy on a budget, and you don't have to spend a lot for them. I'll also be putting an outline on the inside, on the writing area of the card. Okay, so this is the basic idea, and then we'll be placing our card like so. And the last thing that we need to do is we will be putting these stitch marks. On this one I've done it with black. I think I'll do it with a chocolate brown color on this one. So now you're done with this. We will be placing this card topper on like so. but we will not put a normal glue. You can do that too, that's not a problem, but what I like to do is I like to give it a little bit of a lift so that it gives a little 3D look. So again, you find a multiple number of ways on the internet to buy some dimensional stickers, but as I said, I work on a budget, so I use these mounting squares that we get at the dollar store. So these come in these squares. What I like to do is I like to just cut it off into 4 pieces, and I will place them on my card. So it is a much easier thing to do. Yeah. Okay. Now for placing it correctly, I'm not very good at placing things on the right place at once. So what I like to do is I just place it right here. Okay, and then taking one of the corners, I just place the sticker here, holding it in place. I hope you could see what I'm doing, and place it here. So this way your card won't move. Okay, and then we will be putting up. It's a little bit of an exercise to take off all the 2 sides of the tape, but if you're working on a budget, it really doesn't matter. Just a few more seconds to do all this stuff. Okay, the last one. So this gives a little bit of a 3-dimensional look on your card. Okay, there you have it. I hope you liked my video. Please rate, comment and subscribe to Aromas of Life. Next project, next week, I'll be making a tutorial on how to make the envelope for this card. So stay tuned for that next Wednesday morning. Thanks again for stopping by. See you again next week. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.